So previously what type that we have entered the data is, we'll be like adding the where it is. What happened to the table? Okay, let me like open it. Oh, it's here. No, it's the CSS. I need the HTML. It's actually like favicon. And what happened to the favicon? Oh, not this. So previously, how we have entered the data, we have entered the table and we have entered the table row, and inside the first table row we have added every table head, and next coming table row we were adding actually the table data, right? So we can do it another way as well. Let me show it to you. So let's add a table like this, and let's add a table row, and let's add a table head, and let's type the first name, and we can add all the data of people containing first name as well. Okay, like Amber, Andy, Aaron, Miley, Jacob, and like David. So these are all the first names, and we can do it for the middle name and so on. So let's type table head, like middle name, ed, like this. Like how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. Like middle name might be like McLean, that everyone has a middle name of the same type. So this is the middle name, and we can add the last name as well for that table row should be there. Okay, let's add a table head, which is last name, great. And let's add table data like 6 more times. Great. Last name might be Kelly, Brad, Bevan, Andy, Lincoln, Kelly. Okay, so these are some of the other type how we can add the table data. So let's add some borders to it. So that, let me create a link to CSS page. Creative is, it's a style sheet, and href is tables.css. So this will be their tables.css, and let us have everything the same. So let me like save this, which is tables.html. Right, now let's open this. Tables, I don't know, like it didn't work. So now I guess it should work. Okay, now it's working actually. So there's a McLean, which is an extra. So that's just fine, and here I have missed the middle name. Okay, so this is how, the other way how you can like fill the tables. You can either completely write the table head within a table row and you can fill the data, or for each and every table row you can write their names and you can fill the table. So this is your wish. Let's move on. So now let's see how to do paddings right now. So I'm gonna add a padding right here. So let's see the tables right now. So now it has a padding, it has a gap right here, that's a padding. So let me like increase the padding furthermore, like let me like decrease it and save it. So you can see that earlier we have like 15 pixels. Now I have reduced it to 5 pixels. So now you can see the padding has reduced, and let me like increase it back to like even 25. So now let's see like how the 5 pixels padding will change to 25 pixel padding. So now you can see, so padding is nothing but the distance between the word and the border. So that's a padding. Now it's 50 pixels up and down, so that's a padding. Right, let's move. We can also like specify padding specifically for top, bottom, left and right. So let's do that. So that was like for completely up, down and left and right. So now let's do it specifically. Now this is padding top. Now this is padding bottom, and this is padding left. This is padding right. Now let's save it. And okay, this is how the padding will look. We add it for top, bottom, left and right. Great. Let's delete the extra one. And there should be a name. Okay. Oh, I think now it should be fine right now. Now everything is good. So this is how to set the paddings individually. Now let's move on. So how to like give a space for borders, that has been done by the help of border spacing. So let's go to the table here and let's add border spacing. Okay, let's save it. Now let's see it. So we have given the border spacing it like 30 pixel, which is really less. I'm going to give like 300 pixel right now. Okay. I can use the percentage, I guess. Still, it's pretty small. I think only within the 100 pixels we can use it. Oh, great. It didn't work. I think I have to like save here as well, the HTML page as well. What's wrong with this? So I have removed the width. Now let's see, it should work. Okay, now it is working. So okay, this is the border spacing. So this is the space between the border, which is 10 pixel. You can see it right there like this. Okay, this is how to add a border spacing. Let's move on. So now let's learn about something new, which is again inside the table. Right. So there's something called as Colspan and Rowspan. So what is a Colspan? It's a column span which can hover over the, you can make a cell hover over the all the column, which is a Colspan. In Rowspan we can make a cell from a row to hover over many rows. So let's see about that. The name of this is Colspan. Okay, and let's see about Colspan right now. Great. Great. Colspan. Equal to 2 and name and let's add something here like age, and let's add another table row. Let's add a table data. Let's repeat it. Great. Let's add Abby, Brandon, Sheldon, Missy. Okay, this is guys from the Sheldon. Okay, these are the table row, and this is how to add. This is a table name which can take up to 2 cells, and age. Okay, now since we can we are saying that name instead of first name and second name, so this will occupy 2 cells. So the name might be like, the first name and last name might be like Abby, Missy, and the third one the table data, and he might be like 25. Another one might be around like 20. So this is how to add a Colspan. So now let's save it. Let's name it as Colspan.html, and actually we should add a link. Style sheet and href Colspan.css, Colspan.css. Okay, now let's see how it looks. So you can see that the name column has taken 2 cells with the first name and the last name, and age has taken 1 cell. This is how to use that. So it looks terrible because of my padding. Okay, it should look fine by now. Great. So the reason is, what is a call span? So it might take like 2 or 3 uh, columns for a single cell. So the cell name actually taken 2 columns of first name and middle name or last name, whatever it is. So that's a call span. Like how many span numbers you're giving, it will take up to as many cells in the column. So you can see that uh, in the table head of name I have given call span equal to 2, which will take 2 call span. If I give like a row span, it will take two row. So let's see about the row span right now. Name, another table data as amber. So I'm moving to the next table row. So I'm giving the table head as mobile. So some people might be having like 2 or 3 mobile numbers. So I'm gonna give the row span, which is 2, and it will take up to like 2 cells in the row. Like, let me add the table data. Like some random number and another random number. Okay, so this is a row span. Add a link. And add the name. Okay, now let's see how the row span is. The row span is actually working, but not the tables. Let's see what's wrong there. So this is the tables. So this is pretty much good. I don't know why it's not working. There should be any spelling mistakes. Okay, this is a problem here. Now it should be working. Oh, thought, what happened? Okay, so you can see that uh, the row of mobile actually taking up 2 cells, and the row of the cell of name actually taking only Amber is having like only 1 cell. So this is how you can use the Rowspan for using 2 cells for single element. So Rowspan means how many cells you want to occupy for the same data in a row. Column span, which is Colspan, means how many columns you're gonna occupy for the same kind of data, like name, which is actually taking up 2 cells in columns, like 2 cells in columns. And Rowspan actually taking up 2 cells of a row, and it's actually taking 2 columns. That's a Colspan. Okay, so let's move on. So now let me like teach you how to add different colors to even rows and different colors to the even column. Let's do it. So let's choose the tables for that. I'm gonna go to the tables here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type table. So what I'm gonna do is add a border collapse, and I'm gonna type collapse, and I'm gonna add the width as 100%. It should always be 100%. And I'm gonna write the th and td now. So I'm gonna add the text align, which is left, and I'm gonna add the padding, which is again 8 pixels. So by this you can actually see the difference, and we are like few more to do, like table row, 9th child, and it should be even. And let's add the background color right now. Okay, so let's see how it has come. Let's go to the table right now. Okay, so you can see that the middle is in red and the first and third is not in red. So this is how you add a color with leaving a odd and coloring the even. So now let's add a border for that. There's no border in that. Okay, that's a good border. So add the same here, and let's save this. Now it's good, right? So this is how to add a color by leaving the odd and by coloring the even. You can do it to the odd as well. So you can see the odd has been colored and the even has left out. So you can color the column by leaving out uh, the rows as well. Okay, let's save this. And okay, let me like change something here. So it's a th. Okay, now it would be great, I guess so. So you can see that every column which is even is colored. So this is how you color the even one. So what you want to remember is the th and the td is for the column and tr is for the row. So this is how you actually color the odd or even tables, I mean the rows or columns in an odd or even number in the table. You can do it, you can try it out. So now let's see like how to group something in a table. Now let's go here and let's copy this and create another table. Okay, now let's create something which is a call group. Okay, now inside the call group what you're gonna do is gonna add a call span, which is 2, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the style now. Just gonna be the background color, which is, it might be red. Let's close it here and let's close the call group as well. Now let's add a table row. And let's add the table head. Okay, let's add few more table heads, like let's add the days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday as well, and another one is Saturday. Okay, now what we can do is we can add a link. We can add a relative path. And we can add a href, which is like call group dot css, and this will be call group dot html. Now this is a call group dot css. Okay, So let's see it, what we can do. Let's add a border collapse and let's see what's going to happen right there. Great. So you can see that it has been highlighted. Let's add few more data right there. Now HTML file. Like 7 datas, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. TD. Let's add in a 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And add few more like this. 1, 2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it might be like 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. And this will be like 29, 30, 31. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how it will be. Now let's open it, the call group, and see the data right now. So this is how it will be. So basically what a call group is, it should actually give some colors to some Sunday and Saturday like that. Let's do it. Let's change the padding size. Let's enter the style inside the table, and let's enter the width, and let's mention the width to be 100%. Should always be 100%. Now let's try it. No improvement. Let's use it as a okay. I can do another thing, I guess so. Okay, let's do like this way. So kind of like okay, I'm gonna write call or span. I use it like that way. But it's just a try, guys. Okay, actually, if you want to use a call group, the CSS file, you cannot use it. You can only use the internal one. So I'm trying to use it in an external, which will not help. Let me like use it in an internal one. Okay, so this is how you can actually use the call group color. So we are actually coloring the Sunday and Monday alone. So this is how to do that. And if you want to do it to the Saturday, you have to then group it like Saturday, Sunday, like that. So the call group will not work on the external CSS. It should work only in the internal CSS. So that's what we did. So we actually mentioned the call span, which is 2, which is it should take the two column and turn into the background color of red, and rest is same. So this is how you can turn the call group to color multiple columns of rows or column when the rows are like same. Now let's move on to the next topic. So now let's see what's an ordered list and an unordered list. Okay, let's see it right now. Let me copy the same and let's create a new HTML file. So what's an ordered list and an unordered list? Let's do it. Okay, now let's see the ordered list. So ordered list should be like between, within the UL. So every list should have li. Great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So let's see, like what to say, like my favorite fruits are my favorite fruits are, okay, so like apple, orange, banana, mango, jackfruit, and strawberry, pineapple, and what else to say, like cucumber, then dragon fruit, and let's say like blueberries. Okay, so these are the ordered list. So let's see about the unordered list right now. Unordered list. Okay, great. Now let's see another one. Great. My favorite vegetables are, like these are like and what we have seen, these are the order list and UL is unordered list. This is unordered list. So let's see the ordered list right now, which is OL and OL. Let's see carrot, radish, eggplant, and cabbage, spinach, then what is to say, beetroot, then onion, no, potato, onion. Tomato is not a fruit, but let me add it. Tomato. And what else? Chili. Cauliflower. Okay, so let's save this like lists dot html. So let's see the lists right now. Okay, so you can see these are the unordered lists. But let me like maximize. So these are the unordered lists. It will be like with a bulletin icon, and these are the ordered list, which will automatically adds the numbers to that. So this is the ordered list. So there are like other lists as well. So let's learn about that right now. And let's go back to the lists HTML page. So there's something known as DL, which actually stands for description lists. And DT, which stands for description term. and DD, which stands for description, describe the term of a description list. Okay, so this is how it is done. So let me like show you a example of the same. Okay, this is a description list, right? Inside that description term, and if it is like apple, and now it's time for DD, which means a fruit, right? So now let's say like another one. Let's see banana, and it's a tasty fruit. So now let's save this and let's look into the HTML page right now. So you can say this is a description, this is a description term, this is a description list. So apple, a fruit, banana, a tasty fruit. So this is DT, this is DD. Okay, this is the another form of lists. So these are the lists available in HTML. So there's some other thing which is a block level elements. Now let's see like what's a block level elements are. Okay, so now let's see what are the block level elements in HTML. So the first one that we have seen it earlier, which is address, and the second one is article. If you're writing an article, you can use that. You can use aside, you can use canvas, and you can use div. So div is like you can use it often, we're gonna use it often. And DT, we have used it just now. And fig caption, and footer, then like H1 to H6, you know that, H1, H2, H3, then H4, H5, H6, H7, H8, H9, oh, I'm so sorry, like it's only up to H6 or so into the process. So then HR, then main. So everything starts with the same and ends with a backslash, guys, remember that. So these are the different kinds of like block level elements in the HTML. And you can also use the non-script and tfoot and video and block code, then DD, then DL, then figure, then field set, then form, then header, then li, then nav, then ol, then re, then table, then ul. So these are the different kinds of block level elements in HTML. So you can see there. So these are the different types of block elements in HTML. So in addition to that, there are like something called as inline elements. Let's see that as well. Let's say like ABBR, like acronym, like B and BDO, BR, big, button, and site, and code, then DFN, then EM for emphasis, then I for italic, know that, input, then label, and object, then Q, then output, stamp, select, sub, span, text area, and TT, and var, time, strong, small, and script. So these are the inline elements in HTML. So you can see the inline, and these are the block level elements, and these are the inline elements in HTML. So now let me show you like how to use a class attribute inside a HTML. So it's actually fun and easy to use the same. Let's copy this and let me like paste it here, and let's go inside the body right now. Let's say I'm using div and ending with div. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a class which might be any name like city, and I'm going to write Paris is a beautiful city. So here the class is a attribute, which is a class attribute, so we can use it here. So instead of writing typing a and calling the a in CSS, you can write something inside the div, and you can add class and you can call the class. Okay, let me like show you. Link rel is the style sheet, and href is a class.css. So I'm gonna have a class.css. So what's a div? Div is city, right? City. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the color here, red, and background color is aqua. So now let's see what's happened. So I'm gonna call the class right now. Class.html. Okay, so let's save this. Let's call the class. So you can see this Paris is a beautiful city. So the letters are in red color, background is in aqua, which is a light sky blue. So what I did is I have used dot in front of the class, which is city. So instead of using a p, you can actually use the div, and you can actually use the class name, and you can call the class name in CSS by adding a dot in front of it. So this is how you add a class name. So now let's see like how to add an ID. Okay, that's nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a internal CSS right now. Okay, and next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add something inside a body, which is a h1 size file, and I'm gonna type apple. So I'm gonna give an ID to this apple. ID is something like fruit, and what I can do is I can change the color of the apple by using this ID. So I'm going to use a style for that. So we are using for a class like div class, we will be using a dot, right? For an ID we'll be using a hash, so you can use it in the external as well. Hash fruit. fruit. So everything is same. Color red, background color is aqua. Okay, I'm gonna type it as like id.html. So let's see the same. So you can see the color is red. So I don't know what happened to the background. Oh, it should be like a colon here. So you can see the background color is aqua. So you can use div, either div. For the div, if you want to call the class, you can use a dot in front of it. For the ID, you can actually use a hash. So next thing is iframe. So iframe is nothing but showing a website inside a website. Let's see that as well right now. So let's do it. What's an iframe? Okay, iframe. So iframe is showing a website within a website. Let's do it right now. So what I'm going to do within the body, so I'm gonna add something here. You can see a website inside a website. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add iframe. Then I'm gonna add the source right here. Which is equal to uh, like something like this. What in like use href? Will it work? Let's add a style. Let's add the height. Let's add the title. Let's add iframe. Okay, so now let's see if it's gonna work or not. Okay, so this is a box where the iframe should be working, but it's not actually working. Okay, it didn't work. So the app will actually refuse to connect, so it doesn't allow the embedding. But this is how the iframe works, guys. You can actually embed some website here. So this is iframe. So within a website, you can actually show a part of some other website. If you have a social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can actually show it here. So let me try like whether I can add a Facebook. Let's save this. Okay, the page has been blocked by the Microsoft. Okay, but it should work. So this is how to add an iframe. So the source file within the iframe, you can add it, and you can add the height and width, how much you want it, and you can add the iframe. Okay, so this is the end of this tutorial, guys. So we have covered the most essential in-depth HTML, like I would say like around 98%. The only 2% I didn't cover is something which you won't be using by using HTML nowadays, because an additional frameworks has been implemented and you can do it like without HTML nowadays, like adding an emoji and so on. So this is what will be the HTML that you need to learn and you're gonna work in your future. So I hope I made this clear. I made this lecture clear. I made this class clear. So this is a live video, guys. This is not a pre-recorded video. This is not a multiple recorded video combined together. No, I was sitting in front of my computer for around, let me like see, probably I might be sitting in front of my computer around I think like around 8 hours, more than 8 hours. Wow, this is like attending a college right now for me. So I'm sitting in front of my computer for more than 8 hours in one sitting. I actually taught you whatever I know. So make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're watching my video on like YouTube, and make sure to leave a like to this video, and you can also comment your thoughts or something you know that I didn't teach. You can also comment it down. And if you're watching this video on like Facebook, you can leave a like to my Facebook page, and you can also follow my Facebook page with the same name, Absolute Beginners Coding. And you can also like the video on Facebook and comment your thoughts on Facebook as well. And if you're watching on Twitch, make sure to follow and subscribe to my Twitch channel. You can also comment there as well, and you can like okay, in Twitch you cannot like, right? So I'm in Facebook, Twitch, YouTube and Instagram. The Absolute Beginners Coding is the name of mine. So if you're watching this video, which is a recorded one, I mean this is a live video right now, I'm speaking live to you, but after the live has ended, if you're watching this video which has been stored in Facebook, YouTube and Twitch, feel free to skip wherever you want to skip, and feel free to pause wherever you want to pause, because this is an untrimmed, unedited video that's going to stay on the Facebook, Twitter, I mean not in Twitter, actually Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. So for more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel in YouTube and turn on the notification bell icon, and you can also follow and like my Facebook page for more videos on Facebook as well. You can also follow and subscribe to me on Twitch as well. So thanks for watching this amazing video, guys. So if you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to comment it on the comment section of Facebook or YouTube. I might be happy to help you with that. So I'll see you in another amazing video, guys. Thank you so much. Peace out. Bye.